Hey there, brand new beauty consultant. My name is Chelsea Berling, and most likely if you're watching this, then I am your sales director for your new Mary Kay business. And so first of all, I just want to congratulate you on making the decision to say yes to Mary Kay. I know, almost 9 years ago when I started my Mary Kay journey, I was really reluctant and unsure about everything. I was super scared, if I'm being honest. And so I can imagine that you could be feeling that same way, or maybe you're like super excited and you have no hesitations and you're like completely on board and ready to go. So there could be like one end of the spectrum to the other. You could be super nervous, you could be super excited. And so this business, it's just skincare and makeup, you guys. It is intended to be fun. And so this is not a life or death situation. It's literally skincare and makeup. It can be a big thing if you want it to be, but it also can just be something fun and like new to do on the side. It doesn't have to be a big thing unless you want it to be. And so I just want to encourage you to enjoy the journey, because it truly is a journey. Every single day that you are in your Mary Kay, it's going to be a process of like learning new things, getting uncomfortable, stretching your horizons, stretching your faith. There's going to be lots of different opportunities for you to grow in this business. I can assure you that the person I am today is way different than the woman I was 9 years ago in lots of good ways, because Mary Kay has really stretched me and forced me to kind of get out of my comfort zone. And so I promise you that if you put in the time and the effort and you have the willingness to grow, you're going to do great at this business. My role, like I said, is really to just teach you what I know. You can do Mary Kay with or without me. I'm just like a little bonus that comes out and helps you along the way. If you want to move fast, we'll move fast. If you want to go step by step and maybe take it a little bit slower, then I'll do that with you too. I want, at the end of the day, whatever you want from this business. And so I'm here to just guide you through that journey. So your role, I want to share with you what your role is and kind of what's expected of you. Well, first of all, communication is huge. I have noticed there are two things that separate really successful consultants from like not so successful consultants. And that is communication and showing up. So people who are really great at Mary Kay communicate often with me, like talk to me on a regular basis, and they show up to the meetings and to the trainings and to the events. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that later, but those are like the two key components of successful consultants. And so communication, the way that we communicate in Mary Kay is through an app called Voxer. It's Voxer. It's a free app that you can download, and it's kind of like a walkie-talkie. It allows us to communicate back and forth with each other, and allows me to send training messages and all sorts of things. And it's great because you can turn off your notifications. And so if you're at your day job or doing something else, you don't have to get bombarded with all the Voxer messages. You can just check it when you plug in and you're doing your Mary Kay time. So I want you to know also that you can't over communicate with me. It is virtually impossible to over communicate with me. I love hearing from consultants. This is my job. I am passionate about helping women build their confidence, passionate about helping women live financially free. So just know you cannot over communicate with me. Unless I'm on vacation or it's a Sunday, you can pretty much guarantee that I will connect with you within 24 hours of when you send me a Voxer message. And so that is my preferred form of communication, because it does allow me to separate like business and family and things like that. It doesn't mean you can't text me, but Voxer is definitely my preferred form of communication. The other good thing that you can do to make a good consultant, like I said, is to show up to trainings. And so we have consultants all around the United States. So based on where you're located, we will get you plugged into a meeting that is near you. So if it's not me, we'll find someone that you can get plugged in with. And there's just lots of different opportunities for meetings, and we'll talk about that at your orientation. And again, those are not mandatory, but they are strongly recommended. Like if I could make them mandatory, I would, but I can't. But I would if I could. So they're super important. And I think it's the one thing I did right in my business when I first got it started. I went to every single meeting without fail. And it really, every time I went, it just really excited me more and more. And it made me want to be more involved and grow my business even more. So communicate with me often, show up as often as you can, okay? There's also training that's online. You can do Mary Kay University that's online. We have the Voxer training messages. You can plug in virtually to meetings and things like that. But I will say there's nothing like being in the presence of other Mary Kay ladies and really feeling the community and the atmosphere. There are a lot of unknowns, so getting plugged in is essential, because when you get plugged in, it'll help build your knowledge, and building your knowledge will help build your confidence. So getting plugged in is super important. At your orientation, we are going to talk about several different business decisions that you can make now that you decided to start your own Mary Kay business. Now, like I said before, this can be just a hobby if you want it to be. It can be a business if you want it to be. But regardless of hobby or business, you do have some decisions to make. And so we will talk about different websites. We'll talk about bank accounts. We do recommend having a separate bank account for your Mary Kay. It really is beneficial at tax time, and it helps you keep everything separate and clear in your mind on where money's going and all of that fun stuff. And so we'll talk more about that as well as at New Consultant Education. And then inventory is another thing that we'll talk about. You do have the decision now that you've started your business to carry products on hand if you choose to. It's not required, but we do recommend it because if you were to run out of mascara or cleanser or something like that, you needed it probably yesterday, not in 2 weeks. And so we do have that opportunity to carry products and service our customers right away. And you'll hear more about the inventory options and what's available to you there in the next video. And so when we get together for your orientation, we will discuss everything and go over what you want to do next. We'll figure out a business plan for you and just decide where you want to go with this business. And I just want to encourage you to, like I said, have fun, embrace it. It's something new, and we assume that most people who start Mary Kay have never done anything like it before. And so we're going to take you through step by step. Come along, trust me, I promise we will make this amazing as long as you keep going, okay? You can't fail in Mary Kay unless you quit. In my mind, FAIL stands for first attempt in learning. And so will you fail in Mary Kay? Maybe. I've had lots of failures in my Mary Kay business, if I'm being completely honest with you. But it's not the failure that defines me. It's how I choose to keep pushing forward. And I have just continued to keep moving, even past the failures. And so failure, don't be scared of failure, you guys. Failure can be good. You're learning. You're learning through failure. It means you're getting better. It means you're growing. I want to leave you with this quote. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. So dream big. Okay, we're just getting started. I can't wait to see what's in store for you and your Mary Kay journey. I'll see you at orientation.